Welcome to Sam and Kev's Outdoor Adventures. It's Sam here, and I'm just on the edge of the Richmond Ranges today, and I'm in an area called the Rodding River Reserve. There's a fair bit of history here, mining history. There's a dam that supplies water to Nelson, and there's some huts in here as well that you can, if you go a bit further, you can find. So I'm going to see how the day goes and try and turn this into one big loop, and so I'll take you along for the ride. So yeah, first things first, you pull up to the car park, sign the intentions book, and then you head on up a four-wheel drive road for the first part of the track. And literally within about 5 minutes up the road, there's the option to take a small detour and check out the Rodding Dam. So I'm going to go have a quick look. Alright, so that was a quick look at the dam. That's literally just a 5-minute detour off the main track, so well worth doing. Very well signposted as well. But moving on now, still following a four-wheel drive track, and we're on to the we're going on to find the Champion Mine smelter. It's coming up on the Champion smelter. Just exploring the smelter a little bit. I think this is going to take the cake for the dodgiest looking chimney. Right, so from the smelter site, there's essentially a fork in the tracks, and you can decide if you want to go left towards the United Mine area, or right towards the Champion Mine area further up the valleys. So I've decided to go left up to the United Mine, and I'm pretty sure once I get up there I'll be able to cross over the top of the hill, drop down to the Champion Mine, so I should be able to see both in a loop. Alright, so it took about an hour to get to the Champion smelter, and then followed a sort of a similar, quite a wide track, almost four-wheel drive track, all the way until this point, and that was probably about another half an hour. So now I'm on to more of a, I guess, a tramping track, a bit more rugged, a bit more uphill, a bit more what I'm into really, and we're on our way to the United Mine. Shouldn't be too far away. First part of the mine, number 2 level. Wow, not safe to go in there. Right, that's where I've come from. It's actually a very steep scramble up there, and here is the top shaft of the mine shaft number 1. Alright, so I made it to the saddle between United Mine and Champion Mine. So the track between the two, whilst it's not shown on the topo map, it's definitely a marked track with orange triangles. It's quite steep and rocky in places, but it's perfectly doable and pretty safe. So it's a good way to create a loop but with these mine tracks and check it all out. And it's just it's absolutely beautiful day up here, 360-degree views. And you get a good view of the old mineral belt that ran through this area, or still runs through this area, and yeah, it's just amazing. Alright, so just making my way down from the saddle towards the Champion Mine area. This track down is actually in beech forest, which is pretty cool, so it's a bit of shade, and yeah, reasonably easy track to follow as well. just come up on the first mine shaft on the Champion Mine, the north shaft. Doesn't look like a big hole, but this one here was about 46 meters deep. Now it's since flooded, so it doesn't present any immediate danger, but you could imagine if it wasn't flooded, there's a long way down, and people used to work down there. So as the warnings say, you've got to be very careful. There's mine shafts dotted around here, not fenced off, so real safety warning there, and here's an example of what to look out for. And there's what they were after. That's copper carbonate with the green coming through on the surface of the stone there. Yeah, so Champion Mine, great spot to check out. A lot of history here. This whole mining set up in the Rodding Reserve, you know, it all dates back to the 1880s, but it only lasted 30 years. Yeah, the mine deposits here were very thin, didn't last long, and a familiar story really for, I guess, early New Zealand was no one really made much money out of it. It was just a short-lived thing. So I'm just making my way back to the car park from the Champion Mine. I thought I was going to have to go all the way back to the smelter, but I've just come across this sign here. It looks like there's a shortcut back to the car park, so I'm going to take that. Right, that brings an end to the video. About a 5-hour loop all up. Really good day trip, taking in some really cool history, and just confirming that loop is definitely possible. So get out there and give it a go if you're in the area. On behalf of Kevin and myself, thanks again for watching our videos. We'll see you next time we're out and about tramping.